Hrvatski olimpijski odbor već godinama se priprema za Olimpijske igre u Los Angelesu. Naravno, pripremaju se i za Olimpijske igre u Brisbaneu, ali ostaćemo na Los Angelesu. Hrvatska kuća je projekt koji Hrvatski olimpijski odbor već dugi niz godina provodi i koji je uspješan projekt, ne samo zbog sporta, nego i zbog turizma. I u Los Angelesu se priprema Hrvatska kuća. Doduše, ne u Los Angelesu, nego u San Pedru. Gospodin Jack Barić je došao iz San Pedra i reći će nam ponešto o tome. Gospodine Bariću, recite nam za početak otkud zapravo ta ideja.
The idea of the Croatian house in San Pedro during the Olympics is easily normal idea because in San Pedro there are 30,000 Croatians. So the support that the Croatian team and the Olympic Committee and everybody coming from Croatia to Los Angeles for the 28 games will get in San Pedro will be phenomenal. It's our goal in San Pedro, who are Croatian and other officials from the area, that we make it the best Olympics for Croatia that they've ever had as far as like the Croatian house, that they really have a great welcoming and really enjoy their time in Los Angeles during those games.
Otkud vi u Americi, otkud ta ljubav prema Hrvatskoj, otkud ta ideja jednostavno da držite Hrvatsku kuću?
I can't explain why Croatians love Croatia so much. It's something that we see here in Croatia as well. Whenever our football team plays anywhere in the world, you look in the stands and they're singing the national anthem before the game. It's like they were playing in Zagreb, and that could be in almost any city in the world. And that's the same in the United States. We're raised to love two countries, the country we were born in, the United States, and the country where our parents were born in, Croatia. And we love both with all of our hearts.
Vi ste porijeklom naravno iz Hrvatske, vaši roditelji su iz Hrvatske.
Yeah. So my father was born on Otok Ugljan off of Zadar, and my mom was born on Dugi Otok, also off of Zadar. We still have my house that my father was born in, and we visit it many summers. I grew up as a kid visiting Ugljan and Dugi Otok all the time. I have lots and lots of friends. My neighbors are like my family. And so I have this love for Croatia that goes beyond just this idea. I actually came here quite often as a kid. Spent many summers swimming in the Adriatic, and so to me, I've probably swam more in the Adriatic than I have in the Pacific Ocean, even though I live in a town that's on the Pacific Ocean in California.
San Pedro, rekli ste, ima 30.000 Hrvata. Koliko su oni vezani sa sportom? Ili uz sport?
Oh, the San Pedro is very much a sports town, and that's all people, not just Croatian people. We love sports. When the local high school team plays, there's more people. When our local high school team plays, more people come to watch us play in the other town than the people from the hometown that we're playing against. So already in San Pedro, people love sports. And then you throw in the Croatian pride, and it's unbelievable. I'll give you an example. When Croatia played in the World Cup final against France in 2018, we have a Croatian American club in San Pedro. The hall can squeeze maybe 500 people in there. They knew that for that game, there's no way that we could only show the game in the hall because there would be too many people. The game started at 7 o'clock in the morning in Los Angeles. And so at 6 o'clock in the morning, people started coming. We had over 2,000 or 3,000 people in the street watching on a big screen. They closed the street, and it was as if you were watching the game in Zadar or Split or Zagreb. And not only were they Croatian people, we became so popular that all of our friends were not even Croatian, were wearing checkered jerseys and coming to watch the game. So we have really good relations with all of our friends and neighbors in San Pedro, and anybody who lives in San Pedro, they know about Croatia.
Koliko su prethodni požari u Los Angelesu utjecali eventualno na vašu promjenu ideje, ili ste još čvrsti da Hrvatska kuća mora biti u Los Angelesu, odnosno u San Pedro?
The fires are honestly more or less irrelevant when you think about San Pedro, because although those fires were terrible, they were 25-30 miles away from San Pedro. So on those days of the fires, we could smell the smoke. It was as if, you know, it was like really brown sky on those days, but the fire itself never really came close to San Pedro. So there was no impact on our community, and it won't do anything as far as impacting the Olympics.
Ono što je sasvim sigurno jasno, vi ćete u Hrvatskoj kući raditi određene programe. Koje programe, što namjeravate tamo raditi, kako ugostiti goste iz Hrvatske, ali i iz drugih dijelova svijeta?
So when you come to an Olympics, the beauty of it is you see people from all over the world come and they bring with them their culture. So some of the ideas of the Croatia House is to bring Croatian bands to play concerts on the waterfront. And if you think about it, we have a Riva in San Pedru like you have a Riva in Split. So instead of listening to a Croatian band on the Riva in Split, in the summer of '28, you'll be able to listen to a Croatian band on the Riva in San Pedru. Also, tourism is obviously very important to the Croatian economy, so it gives an opportunity for Croatia House to bring all the tour operators from the United States to the Croatia House. And then with this film that I'm making about the '92 Olympic basketball team, the plan is to have the premiere at the Olympics and to have it in conjunction with the Croatia House right there in San Pedru. One idea that we're exploring is to actually have an opening ceremonies just for Croatian athletes the night or two before the Olympics starts, and have a big parade, 10, 15, 20,000 people to come watch the Croatian athletes walk down the street and greet them, and with the parade ending at the screening of the film about the '92 team, which is one of the greatest Olympic teams in the history of sports, not just Croatian, any sport, any country, anywhere.
Već ste u kontaktima sa Hrvatskim olimpijskim odborom, dosta logično. Koje su te veze, koliko intenzivno surađujete?
The relations between San Pedru and Los Angeles and the Croatian Olympic Committee are phenomenal. So the idea came actually from the Minister of Tourism for Los Angeles, a guy named Don Liu, who's from San Pedru. And Don was aware that the Netherlands had signed an agreement to have their house in a town called Mission Viejo. And he approached me and said, hey, shouldn't the Croatia House be in San Pedru with all these Croatians here? And I said, that's a wonderful idea. So I made 2 phone calls. I made a phone call to a gentleman named Peter Hazovac. His family owns a travel agency in San Pedru that specializes in Croatian travel, and he has very many connections. And my other call was to Councilman Tim McCosker, who's our city representative for City Hall in Los Angeles. And we talked about the idea, and it was such a popular idea that when McCosker was here on official Los Angeles business, he went and met with the Croatian Olympic Committee and gave the idea of having an Olympic house, or the Croatia House in San Pedru. It was so well received that on the same day of the presentation, they signed a memo with the idea that the Croatia House would be in San Pedru. In fact, the United States ambassador to Croatia was there, and they signed it in her home. So yes, that's a strong connection. We already have a committee in San Pedru made up of Croatian businessmen, but also the CEO of the San Pedru Chamber of Commerce, who's not Croatian, the city councilman Tim McCosker, who's not Croatian, and many others, because we see what a great opportunity it is to bring Croatia and the Croatian House to our community, and really have something that's wonderful and unique, not only for Croatia, but for us, because to have this many people in our community during that time is an honor.
Sasvim je jasno da to neće biti jeftino, da će koštati dosta. Ko će to sve platiti?
It's very interesting how you can do this. Obviously, Croatia is going to have to come with a budget to pay for hotels and to other things. But as an example, the parade I mentioned, the San Pedru Chamber of Commerce every year does a parade during Christmas time. So they already know how to do these things, and they know how to close the streets. Our city councilman will be able to give us the permits to do that, where if there's any cost, it'll be minimal. So the way something like this that is so big that can be accomplished is through cooperation and through everybody doing a little here or a little there, and make it what's a big idea possible. Because a big idea is no idea if you can't actually do it. This is a very, very doable thing.
Postoji još jedna stvar, a to je kako će se recimo vaši sugrađani u San Pedru ponašati kad se ipak negdje u nekom sportu Sjedinjene države i Hrvatska su čela. Kad Sjedinjene države budu igrale, na primjer, u vaterpolu protiv Hrvatske. Za koga ćete navijati?
Za Hrvatsku.
Vi zapravo odlično pričate hrvatski, što je jako dobro. Možda i ovo pitanje da mi probate na hrvatskom odgovoriti. Vi radite jedan film. Vi imate dobru ideju u jednom filmu. Pa da vas čujemo malo.
Slušajte, ja mislim da ova ekipa u 92. imaju priču što je vrhunska priča. To nije samo košarka, to je život. Što je bila u Hrvatskoj one dani, nova država, rad. To nije samo što su činili na igre, u košarku. To je nešto što ja mislim da cijeli svijet morali znati tu priču. I za mene je veliki čast biti onaj ko može biti filmmaker ko to pravi.
Imate li problema ili se tek u početcima?
Tek smo počeli, ali imamo vremena jer nećemo pokazati film do Los Angeles 28 kad bude igre.
Vi ste biznismen, čime se zapravo bavite i koliko vremena imate za ovakvu organizaciju?
I have a company called Game Change, which is a sports media company. It's my own company, it's a startup with very, very small staff, and so I'm very busy with my company. So the idea of making this film is a big thing to have to do while also running this company. But the beautiful thing is that it's a sports film and I have a sports media company, so I can do it as part of my company, which is what I'm doing. And then as far as volunteering to help for the Croatia House, I've always done that, and it's ingrained in me to give back to my community, to give back to Croatia, to give back to San Pedru. So as a volunteer to help with the Croatia House being in San Pedru, to give a gift to my San Pedru community and a gift to my Croatian family coming to visit is something that I'm proud of, and I even though I'm only a volunteer, I'm happy to do that.
Koliko ćete dugo biti u Hrvatskoj?
Ja sam u Hrvatsku za 2,5 sedmice, ja nećem sedmice na tjedne. Na početak sam ovdje u Zagrebu, onda idem dole na Plitvicu za nešto što se zove Hrvatski savjet izvan Hrvatske. I onda poslije toga idem na Ugljan, malo se uživati, kupati na more i biti na Ugljan.
Ja vam želim puno sreće da lijepo uživate u Hrvatskoj i naravno puno sreće u organizaciji svega ovoga što ste zamislili, jer mislim da je to jako važno, jako značajno i jako dobro.
Hvala vam puno.